Anila Singh ji, it seems like, coming from, Karthike, it seems like the BJP still is in a strong position. Do you think it's inevitable what's going to happen in 2024 and in the successive elections that are going to take place this year as well?
See, when we talk about the democracy, who is the judge in democracy for the political parties? It is the public of that nation, living in that nation. So when public shows their confidence, their trust in a political party or on the face of a leader, then definitely they choose that political party or the leader to lead the country or the state. But when the opposition parties, the way they are clubbing together in today's date, and I was listening to the spokesperson of Aam Aadmi Party, she was just rhetoric what her Neta keeps on ranting. The thing is, threat to the democracy, threat to this, threat to that. What do they? I mean, what do they mean by saying these all things? They want to say that people living in a great nation, they do not have any sort of understanding. Lately, we won 4 states out of 5 in state elections. More elections are around the corner. Next year, central elections will be there. So do you think that people living in our nation, they don't have this much of gray matter that they can choose the leader, the political party? The reality is, if you are doing something great in Delhi state, if you have been elected the second or the third time, then definitely people of Delhi state have shown trust in your leader. But you are a great failure if I talk about Uttar Pradesh or the Gujarat or any other states you have been, except Punjab. This shows that your Neta's face or your political party is not being accepted by these people living in certain states. So you're going to say democracy is in threat in these states, but democracy is all secured in Delhi state and in Punjab because your government is there. It is not like that. So they are making their laughing stock and nothing more than that. The thing is, if I talk about Mr. Narendra Modi's policies on each and every parameter, if I talk about, especially if I talk about Human Development Index, he is not partial to any state, for any caste, for any religion. He is there to serve this nation. He is here to serve the nation men of this great country. That is why he is the most popular leader in the world. And the way we have come out of the corona era, though I'm suffering from corona right now, but it is such an interesting topic. I thought that, yes, I must participate. But the way everything has been controlled, vaccination, giving food, those who can't afford to have food sitting at home during the COVID time, he took care of each and everything. People see this thing. People understand this thing. So lately we have seen what happened in Uttar Pradesh, like Atiq Ahmed and his brother, they were killed. And before that, his son and one of his shooter, they got killed in an encounter. The way whole of the political parties sitting in opposition, they came together. अरे ये तो लोकतंत्र की हत्या है, ये हो क्या रहा है, सारा जो जजमेंट जस्टिस जो है ऑन रोड होगा, भारतीय जनता पार्टी गवर्नमेंट इज ट्रिगर हैप्पी, पुलिस इज ट्रिगर हैप्पी. What nonsense is this? If you talk about the Don, mafia, corrupts, you all club together and then you target Bharatiya Janata Party. It is not like that. We are here to serve nation. We are going to keep on doing that. We are not here to entertain your thoughts. We are here to serve our nation. This is what we are going to do. And if you have lots of problem, the way Bharatiya Janata Party government is working, whether we talk about the center or the states, you can go ahead and appeal in the judicial arena. They might listen to you, but we have seen a number of times that they have appealed in the judicial arena, and the honorable court has really reprimanded them that mind your business and do your work properly instead of wasting the time of the judiciary system.
All right, Abhinandita, Anila does have a point over here. Narendra Modi's report card is absolutely outstanding at this point in time. Now, Ajay Maken, take a look at that particular statement. He says that no sympathy must be shown to quote-unquote Ghee-gate Kejriwal. How does that, reflect on Aam Aadmi Party's current position? Aam Aadmi Party, trying to make inroads with Mallikarjun Kharge, Nitish Kumar as well. Does the Aam Aadmi Party know the kind of role it has to play in this opposition unity ahead of 2024? Is it okay with Congress Party being the fulcrum of this opposition unity? Does Arvind Kejriwal know what kind of game plan he needs to have ahead of 2024?
Let me respond to your first question first. As far as Narendra Modi ji's track record is concerned, I'm guessing that Anila ji and you are talking about his track record in elections. We are more concerned about his track record as a prime minister of this country. We are more concerned about where he is taking this country, what is his vision, where are we headed 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and so on. So the amount of money that the BJP has pumped into electoral politics, it is not a surprise that they're doing well, besides the fact that they have very divisive and very crooked sort of strategies at play as far as elections are concerned. So I think that, well, congratulations to them for being so successful electorally, but whether or not you're delivering to the country, whether or not you're serving, I unfortunately have to say that that does not seem to be the case. You are a failure. I mean, the BJP at the moment, this government is a failure, both in terms of taking care of domestic issues as well as some certain things which cause damage to or danger to the sovereignty of this country. Number two, as far as the Mr. Maken's comments are concerned, he's free to say whatever he wants to. It's not appropriate for me to comment on it because we are not concerned with that at the moment. When we will be concerned with it, I'll surely share my details. But the problem at hand is much larger than what Mr. Maken is saying. Number three, what I was listening to Anila ji, and she really exposed the BJP very well and the BJP ideology very well, which is that there need not be any, court of law. I mean, what she was saying is that if there are, there can be a Gundaraj. We want to know what were the connections of these criminals with, with any foreign agency. We wanted to know all this. How can anybody really, come in support of extrajudicial activities, no matter who is in the government and who's being killed. So this sort of rubbish mob mentality that the BJP tries to invoke in themselves and in the other people, and which excites the sort of fringe in this country to take over. These are all tactics, to really remain in power, to just hide their failures and repeating. And coming back to the question of what is the opposition, really, today we feel that it is Narendra Modi versus India. I think that is the condition, that is the real, statistic, that is the real situation in this country. Electorally, they may be doing well. Let's see what happens in the coming elections. In several states, they're failing. In several states, they're panicking. This is obviously going to happen because, India is not equal to Modi and Modi is not equal to India. And definitely Mr. Modi is not equal to efficiency, not equal to, being honest, not equal to anything that we look up to in a prime minister or somebody in that role.
All right. Karthikeya, I'm really keen to understand how you looked at Ajay Maken's, tweet he took to the microblogging website. It's a really long, expansive, particular tweet, called it Ghee Gate Kejriwal. Those are the right words that have been used as well.
Ajay Maken, Sheila Dikshit, late Sheila Dikshit, the older Congress within Delhi, they lost to Arvind Kejriwal. We have to understand that. Ajay Maken was minted in Delhi politics when Congress and BJP dominated the NCR region. Now with coming of Aam Aadmi Party has hegemonized everything. Not only it vacated or pushed out Congress from the position of power because Congress ruled for 15 years, but it also hegemonized the BJP space. The first time they got, they made the government with support of the Congress MLAs. Second time they had 67 MLAs in the assembly. BJP only had 3. So, this was the biggest hegemony. If you look at it, I don't think any state assembly had such numbers. So, obviously, every political party feels that Aam Aadmi Party has hegemonized.